Hello everybody, I'm back in OTTD. I'm trying to make this video fast because I'm late with this. I'm making this at request of one of the members of a small community on Discord of players who play OpenTTD in a really lovely way, old-fashioned coup style. It's really lovely. If you look at this, how this is working, how it looks, it's really gorgeous, really gorgeous. Look at this, it's just a beauty. Guys, you've done a great job. I'm telling you, I love it, every bit of it. Recently I lent my hand to one of the members with the edge detectors, and that's why I'm making this video, because I promised to make video about edge detectors. However, not everything. I want to show you a very interesting design that can be used for many purposes, not only for edge detectors but as well as a NOT gate, as OR gate, as converter red to absolute red, so many purposes. But in this video, just about edge detectors, and with the simple changes, kind of cosmetic changes of connections and traffic and the signals, you can change those, how those edge detectors are working, so they can work on, let's say, with a rising edge concept or the falling edge concept, and as well they can give you as an output green flash, or can give you as output red flash. Now let's just have a look at this over here. This is we see over here a flip-flop, 1 2 3 flip-flop, with I think even distribution of the trains. And what is happening here, that we have the detection is done on the rising side of this flip-flop. Yes, because it's on entry to that splitter, to that flip-flop. If that was over here, it would be considered as a falling edge. But now at the same time they using over here, which is absolutely correct, absolutely perfect, there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to show you that could be people can mix the terms. So they using over here Lagnat's edge detector, but Lagnat's edge detector, this one over here, works actually as an edge detector with a falling edge concept. Okay, so we're using a falling edge concept on rising edge side of this flip-flop, and that's absolutely fine. That's what I just want to say, that we're using different elements on different positions, and everything depends on what you need, what you want, create, and you can use anything. And by the way, this is a lovely design, very simple to understand. Actually it expired me a long time ago, so I really recommend you to watch Lagnat's videos about this. This is, I think it's hidden inside with the one with the counter, if I remember it well. So why I'm saying this is edge detector that is working with a falling edge, a train detector that is working with a falling edge concept, because as you can see, this is output and it's red, and we observing this block, and there is no train. So as long as there is no train, this is red. Now when the train will get into this block, yes, we will get immediately detection, but the output will not change. Yes, and the output will be as long red as this long train. My friends love long trains, they just love it. So those long trains, this long train will have to lift this block in order to get a green flash, so on exit. So that's, I'm saying that this train detector works with falling edge concept, so it will give you the flash of green when the train will leave observed block. So on this moment, this one is going to be green. Bam. So that's what I wanted to say at the beginning, that we are mixing all those elements together, and that's so you know that we have sometimes this problem when we're talking and someone says, oh, it's on the, I need to make it a rising edge, and then you don't know if he meant that he needs a rising edge detector or he needs to build something on the rising edge. So that can be funny and frustrating sometimes. Okay, so let's go and I'm going to build now very fast those edge detectors, the universal one. So we have over here a loop that simulates our network, two trains, and we have over here detection of those trains. As you can see, the signal that we have detects the train for all the time, for how long this train is in those three tiles. Yeah, it starts detecting at the beginning, and then it stops when the train actually leaves this block. The end of this train leaves that block. Yeah, almost the same. It's not entirely accurate statement, but let's say to simplify and to make it fast, it is working this way. Now, to make that universal one, I start showing you how to build first falling train detector that is working on with a falling edge concept and will give us a red flash. So I'm going to build something like that. So this is going to be, looks like 8 number, and I'm not mistaken, it could be idea of Mr. Vitus, if I'm not mistaken, a long time ago. And then I let's say I modified it in my way, so I now I'm able to actually use at least 4 functions out of this, and 3 of them even can be done at the same time, but it's not about this today, maybe another time. So this is going to be this way. However, you can build this like this one. Yeah, so instead of building this way, we're going a different way, or the bottom or the left hand side. So that doesn't matter. What matters is that to make it work, you need to use additional track, additional splitter, which I will show you later. So like over here for this orientation, you need to have it over here. But if you add additional signals, additional things, maybe then you will have to add additional track, because it happens. Sometimes you need to have 2 of them. So you need to, if it's not working, you need to check all those possibilities. Yeah. So this is going to be this way. So we have a small loop inside and then bigger loop. Now to make it work, oh, maybe before we go further, I forgot about the settings. Some, let's say, less advanced players can watch it and will not have half idea why this is working. So right now on the screen we should have settings. So read it please and check your settings. If you need more time, just please pause video at this moment and we go further. So let's say that I need to build it that way, that I need to separate this loop by using I'm not sure if I'm saying it rightly, correctly in English, but let's say I believe that you are very intelligent, so you will understand what I'm saying and what I mean. So this is double entry signal that we will use to create end of line over here, and thus we will create we will force the train that will looping this small loop to shift up. Yep. Now what we need else, we need to have an input. So I'm going to have an input like this. Let me do it this way so we can clearly see what is happening. We can compact it, of course. Let it make it this way. Sorry, not what I wanted. Let's do it this way somehow. Let's make it that way. This looks like no, maybe this looks like a loop, so don't make it loop. Maybe like this. So that's not additional loop. Yeah, this is just connection. So let's go further. So we want to have edge detector, falling edge detector. I mean a detector that works with a falling edge concept and flashes a red signal. So what I need to do, I need to have additional exit signal over here. This will be working mainly for fail-safe. Without this exit signal, we will get sometimes stuck over here, and we will fail. This circuit will fail. That's why we have this one now. Maybe a bit later I will explain it if I don't forget. And now actually I don't need this. Actually I need now blocking signal over here, because that's what we need to have. Blocking signal here, entry signal here, and you will always need to have this blocking signal, this double combo signal, and exit signal. Did I say combo signal? This entry signal, this double exit signal. This double exit signal can be here or can be here. It cannot in our case be here because we need this place for this funny track over here. Almost done. We still need additional signal here. Could be somewhere along this line, and as well I need to have one signal here, and I need to change this one. Can be combo or exit. This is now exit, but can be combo. Now we need additional connection from here, so let's make it like this. I want to make it here because I will use this anyway, and I need over here exit signal. Alright, so almost done. Now we need just a train, so let's have a train like this, and it's not going to work at the beginning because I just want to demonstrate you something. Now be honest, you need to use as fast train as possible. However, the fastest train you have, the shorter your flash is. So for example, if you need to activate later and the NOT gate, maybe that will be too short, so you need to use slower trains in that case. Normally I use this train which is 3520 kilometers per hour, but for the sake of this video I will use this very common, used by many players, logic engine 2222 kilometers per hour. However, the last example with this train, it will not work, and I will show you what to do with this, and we have a solution for that. But first we start with this. So I'm going to buy vehicle. We don't have any orders with this vehicle, we don't need them, so let's start. And at the beginning it is not going to work. As you can see, we are looping this big loop. That's not what I want. I want this train to loop, the smaller one. So now if I make it this way, suddenly everything is working. Pathfinder needed to have some kind of alternative route, so we have a splitter over here, and thanks to that Pathfinder behaves now differently. And what we have, we immediately see that our train, our output from this train detector gives us a short flash of red flash when the trains leaves this block. So let's have a look. We leave this block, almost there, almost there, almost there, and now it lifts that block. Still is a bit on this. I consider that the middle of the last wagon or the last engine has to leave the end of the block. That's what I believe it is. However, I can be wrong. I'm not an educated person, so I can be wrong. So and here we go. So that's the sorry, not this button. So that's how it works. That's the first one. Quite fast, quite simple, one engine, and we have it. Now let's change it for edge detector, for train detector that is working as with a falling edge concept, but this time with a green flash. So this time I'm going to have constant red and green flash. So let me make it this way. Now let's remove this, we don't need it, at least for now. Now we need to observe this loop over here. So to do it, I need to change this signal into double and the combo, and this signal we need to change to combo. And now we will get constant red and flash. Actually, we still need to adjust something, so let me remove this one, and so this is going to be longer now flash, because we have an opportunity to make it longer, and exit here, no exit, sorry, entry here. It should work now. Let us, so we start, we approaching, we're reacting, we're still red, we're coming to the end, you see, we're coming to the end, and we're going to get a green flash, and bam. So this is now working this way, that we have this time with a couple changes a different output. So this time green flash, red constant, and still working with a falling edge detection. Now let's make it a rising edge, and this time let make me a rising edge with red, with a red flash. So we're going to again make some changes over here. So this time actually we supposed to do something like let me do it this way, change this to blocking. I don't want to press just buttons, so let me, so you see what I'm changing here. And now I think we still need to have something like this. We need to connect this one over here, and I need exit here. Now we need a combo here. Now because we want to have a red flash, so it means that I don't want this combo signal to see this loop, so I need to change it into blocking. Yeah, and let's make it just one way. Is that all what I wanted to have? I think now is fine. It should be fine now. So let's have a look. So if I didn't make any mistake, and I hope I didn't, we should get now detection sometime soon after we enter this block. So somewhere over here, and we will get a red flash. So let's have a look. We're approaching, and bam, a red flash, and then we have a green, all the time green. Let's again, and red when we cross this blocking signal, and as long as we are on this tile, we have red and then green, and that's it. Just couple changes, and you have another edge detector. This time train detector working on with a rising edge concept and the red flash. Now it's going to be the most complicated change. So we're going to have now a rising edge detector with a green flash, and it will not work with the train, which is 2200 kilometers per hour. You need to be faster. I will show you how to make it with this train, but it requires let's say more changes to this circuit. So first I want to show you that this is not going to work. To make it work, we need to rebuild those things. So let's have a like this. Now what I need to do, I need to have a bigger loop. So what I need to do is build something like this, and have something like this. So this is, as you can see, bigger loop. Now we need to have a blocking signal here. Let's have over here entry signal, another connection like this, another blocking signal. So we're going to flash when the train will be in this block. Yeah. Now I think I need to remove this one, and we need to connect this. Sorry, and I need to change my mouse, and we need to remove this signal. Now we still need to have this combo. Yeah, I need to observe this one, so we need to change it to combo. That's all. That's all, but this now is not going to work. We will get it 2 flashes. So that's what I want to just show, that the slow train. So now we're going to get a second flash. So first flash is when we detect a train at the beginning, flash, and now is the flash at the exit. So that's not what we want. So the solution for this is to have one of the solutions is to have faster train. Let's take it to the barn. So yep, it is there, and let's have another train which is faster than 3000 kilometers per hour. I think it has to be like 3125 if I remember, but I can be wrong now. I don't remember. It doesn't matter, and don't worry about that. We're going just to remove this track, and let's have a look. Now we should solve our problem. So our train is coming, and that was first flash, and now the only one. There's no second flash, and only because we have a faster train. Flash, no second flash. But now if you don't have a faster train, what to do? And there's a simple solution to that. However, it requires further rebuilding. So first let's take it back to barn, and yeah, we don't need it anymore, so we can sell it. And now let's copy this one and make a longer train. Yeah. Now, however, if I don't change anything, I will lost my fail safe. So let's remove this one. So let's start the train. So as you can see, things is working, but from time to time, as exactly what's happened just before, our train gets stuck and we fail, like in this case. So we fail. Our failsafe doesn't work anymore, and we're failing. So this is not very good. But the first what I want to show you, that having a slower train now gives you only one flash. So let's have a look, and you see there is no second flash. We failed. Let's see if we, yeah, so that was only one flash. So now what to do to make it work? Simple thing, we need to just make a bigger loop. So let's a bigger loop like this. Let's remove this. Let's make it this way. We need our exit signal here, so we can have our file safe. And over here, let me do it this way, so you see that making a combo. So we need to shift that combo from, let's say, this block, this tail to this tail. And now that's it. Slower train, but bigger loops, and we have our file safe, and we will be fine. So that's it. This is a rising edge detector with a green flash. And it's the flash. So let's have a look again. Sometimes at the beginning we start. Yeah, it's unfortunately because this train is quite fast and this is relatively slow to those loops. That rising edge is very shifted to the end. Yeah. What you can do in that case, you can, for example, in this, if you have this problem with this, you can remove this signal and change this block for longer, and that will make this work in better way. Flash, and that's it. So okay, I think this video was interesting, and you understand what I said, what I showed over here, and it is useful for you. So please like my video, share it with the friends, and maybe subscribe if you're new viewer for me. So I hope I will see you in the next video, sometimes in the future, not sure when, and not necessarily in OTTD, because I am playing as well different games. Thank you for watching, and see you sometimes in the future.